Hello students, welcome back again with the same chapter, some basic concepts in chemistry. So in the previous video we talked about the chemistry and what is the use of chemistry in a day-to-day life and what's the application in the various fields. And then we saw the matter, its classification, then laws of chemical combination, that how atoms take part in the reaction. Fine, so today we'll talk about atoms and molecules. All of you know what is an atom and what are molecules. Fine. So in this we'll talk about the Dalton's theory. All of you have studied Dalton's atomic theory. Okay, so we will discuss the modified one. Modified theory we will discuss. Fine. So let's see the previous one, old theory that you have studied in 9th standard, that you know from that. You know that atom is the smallest particle of the substance according to this theory. It is neither be created nor it can be destroyed, and it is indivisible, can't be divisible into further particles, but we know it is divisible. Then atoms of the same element having same atomic number. Okay, they are having same size, same mass, but then atoms of the different elements they are having different masses. Okay, so it's not like that, or you can say that all these postulates of the Dalton being followed by the laws of chemical combination. They are following the laws of chemical combination. Now let's modify this theory. Now we know that atom is no longer indivisible, it can be divisible. Atom is divisible. Then we know they are not having same mass. If it is of same element, then it is known as isotopes, then isobars, then it is divisible and destructible in the nuclear reactions. Okay, in the nuclear reaction. So this is the modified form of the Dalton's atomic theory. Now let's see the Avogadro's law and hypothesis. Okay, according to Avogadro's law and hypothesis, equal volume of gases contain equal number of atoms under similar condition of temperature and pressure. This is the Avogadro's hypothesis. So now let's understand the meaning of this. Equal volume of gases contain equal number of atoms under similar conditions of temperature and pressure. Okay, let's see what's the meaning of this. Okay, so let's consider hydrogen is reacting with chlorine, gives you HCl. Okay, this is one volume, two volume of this. Okay, when you will balance two volume of this, then let's say n atom, 2n atom. Okay, if we divide by the 2, then it will come n by 2 atom, n by 2 atom, then n atom. Okay, n by 2 means half atom of chlorine, half atom of hydrogen, and then half atom of HCl. Okay. So half atom here, n atom means one compound atom. One compound atom. So here so it is possible. If one HCl is there, it means one compound atom is there. But here it is not having any, you can say, any existence or any importance, because n by 2 means what? This is already one molecule. Fine. And if n atom is there, we are taking n atom of this, then half atom Half atom is possible to make atom half? No. One atom is there, we can't make it half, but molecule we can make it half. Okay, because atoms they combine together to give you molecule. So that is possible. So here atom not exist independently. Independently. Fine. Then molecule exist independently. Molecule can exist independently. Fine. So after this, it has been modified by the scientist Berzelius. Berzelius modification to Avogadro's hypothesis. Now instead of atom, he has considered molecule, that N molecule. Okay. Okay. So H2 plus Cl2 gives you 2HCl. One volume of this, one volume of this, two volume of this. Then N molecule, N molecule, then 2 molecule, 2N. Fine, let's divide it by 2N, but you will get half molecule of this, half molecule of this, then 1 molecule of this. Fine. So it means that half molecule of hydrogen, that means 1 atom of hydrogen. Half molecule of chlorine means 1 atom of chlorine. This is possible now, but half atom is not possible. Okay, it is not having any significance. Then 1 molecule of HCl we are getting. Okay, now we'll change the Avogadro's law. What was the statement now? That equal volume of gases, this is the modified statement of the law, modified. Equal volume of gases contain equal number of molecules under similar conditions of temperature and pressure. This is the meaning of this. Okay, this is known as Avogadro's law. Okay, this is the Avogadro's law. Now, what is the importance of this Avogadro's law? From the Avogadro's law, we can determine the atomicity. We'll come to know about the atomicity. All of you know what is atomicity? That is the number of atoms present in the molecule. Application. Application of Avogadro's law, its atomicity. Atomicity is a property, okay, that is number of atoms present in the molecule of the substance. If we consider that reaction only, let's say H2 plus O2 now gives water. Okay, this is one volume, 2 volumes of water. Okay, then 1 molecule, 2 molecule. Then half molecule, 1 molecule. Now let's find out the atomicity of oxygen. Half molecule of oxygen contains how many atoms? One atom of oxygen. So one molecule of oxygen contains how many atoms? Two atoms. So what is the atomicity of oxygen? Is equal to 2. So this has come from the Avogadro's law. So what is the Avogadro's law? An equal volume of gases contains equal number of molecules under similar conditions of temperature and pressure. Okay? Or you can say that under similar condition of temperature and pressure, equal volume of gases contain equal number of molecules. So what's the meaning of this? Mathematically, if you want to write, volume is directly proportional to n, where n is the number of particles, number of molecules. Okay. Now let's see the next one, mole concept. What is mole concept? This is also you have studied in your 9th standard. So let's have a look on the mole concept. So before that, let's see what is mole and Avogadro's number. Now Avogadro's law, what Avogadro's law is saying, that equal volume of gases contains equal number of molecules. So what is that equal number? So Avogadro's number is what? Is defined as the number of atoms present in 1 gram atom of the element. It is defined as the number of atoms present in 1 gram of substance or number of molecules in 1 gram molecule of the substance. 1 gram atom. This is the meaning of Avogadro's number. Then mole concept. So this is Avogadro's number. We know that Avogadro's number is equal to what? It is represented by N naught or Na, which is equal to 6.022 into 10 to the power 23 particles. Now these particles can be anything, either atom or molecule or ion. Now this number is equal to 1 mole. Fine. So we can say that 1 mole is equal to Avogadro's number. Now what is mole here? So mole, as you already studied, mole is the unit. Okay. It's the counting unit used by the chemist. Counting unit used by the chemist for number of particles. So how we will define mole? Mole is defined as the amount of the substance present in this Avogadro's number in this particle, or you can say the amount of the substance which has mass equal to its gram atomic mass or its gram molecular mass. So it is defined as the amount of substance which has mass equal to gram atomic mass if it is atomic in nature, or gram molecular mass if it is molecular in nature. And I hope it's clear to everyone what is the atomic mass, so no need to explain it again. What is the molecular mass? We can easily calculate. Once we know the atomic mass is experimental values, then definitely we can calculate the molecular mass of the species. Fine. So this is the amount of the substance has mass equal to the gram atomic mass or gram molecular mass. In other way round also, we can define the mole. And what is mole? Then you can say it is defined as the, let's see the another definition, alternative. Alternative definition of the mole concept. So you can say that in terms of number, it is defined as the amount of substance which has amount of substance which contains Avogadro's number of atoms or molecules. And for the ionic compound, you can say amount of substance which has mass equal to its formula mass, or amount of substance which has mass equal to its formula mass. Okay, this is meant for the ionic compound. For example, NaCl. Now what's the meaning of this? 1 formula unit of NaCl contains Na positive 6.022 into 10 to the power this ions and 6.022 into 10 to the power 23 chloride ions. This is the meaning of this. So this unit definition of mole, it will vary from atom to molecule and then compound. Whatever we are taking accordingly will change the definition of the mole. Okay. Now let's see the different examples. I'll say 1 atom of oxygen, that 1 mole of oxygen atom. It contains again 6.022 into 10 to the power 23 particles. Okay, then 1 mole of oxygen molecule, again 6.022 into 10 to the power 23 molecules. Here it is atoms. So accordingly you will see. If I take example of aluminium sulfate, okay, so it contains 2 into aluminium 6.022 into 10 to the power 23 into 2 ions of aluminium. Then 3 sulfate 6.022 into 10 to the power 23 into 3 ions. Fine, this is the meaning of this. Accordingly you just modify. Then now let's see the mole concept. Okay, formula of mathematically mole is equal to what? Mathematically N is equal to, this is represents moles, number of moles, is equal to mass of substance divided by molecular mass or its atomic mass or its molar mass. I hope all these terms are clear to you. So mass of the substance, it is represented by small w or small m, and then molecular mass is represented by capital M. Okay, for atomic mass as well. So what is the formula now? N is equal to W by M. So this is one of the formula. The number of moles is equal to given mass and molar mass of the substance. Now let's see this formula in terms of number of entities. Okay, and then we will compare. Number of entities. Again, n is equal to the number of moles, small n, is equal to number of particles present, then Avogadro's number. Avogadro's number. Number of particles are represented by capital N, and Avogadro's number either N naught or N A. So what's the formula? N is equal to N divided by N A. Okay, now let's compare. Compare both the formulas. Both are equal to n, so let's compare W by M is equal to N by NA. So if anything is given, suppose any one of three things are given, three values are given, then fourth one you can easily calculate. So this formula. So all the three formulas you have to use accordingly, depends upon the condition of the question, what question is asking. Accordingly you just use the formula. So all the three formulas are important. Fine. We will use in the numerical. So let's see the numerical here. Let's see one simple numerical. Okay. Okay, then one more thing is left here, that mole we can also define in terms of volume, molar volume. But what is molar volume? Molar volume. So at STP, this is standard temperature and pressure. Temperature is 0 degrees Celsius, pressure is 1 atmosphere, standard. These are the standard conditions. Okay, 0 degrees Celsius and 273 Kelvin. Fine. So at STP, the molar volume comes out to be 22.4 liters. Okay, so this is defined as the gram at molar volume. Gram molar volume. Okay. So we can say that this is for gases. We are saying that this particles is equal to Avogadro's number, that 1 mole contains 6.02 × 10⁻23 particles. Similarly, equal volume that we are talking about, so that Avogadro's number is equal to the 22.4 liter at STP. So this is the molar volume. Okay. Now let's solve the question. Okay. Write down the question, everyone. Calculate the, let's solve one numerical. Calculate the number of molecules present calculate the number of molecules present in 34.2 grams of cane sugar, that is sucrose. Cane sugar is known as sucrose. Formula is given C12H22O11. C12H22O11. Okay, you have to calculate the number of molecules. So let's calculate, apply the formula, or you can also apply the unitary method, which one you can say find it comfortable. So let's solve it. So number of molecules, it means particle, we have to calculate capital N. First of all, remember one thing, while solving the numerical, always write down the given values first, and then write down the formula required, and then substitute the values and then solve. Okay, so N we have to find it out. Then given mass is given 34.2 gram. Molecular mass is not given, so we can easily calculate here. All of you know how to calculate molecular mass. So molecular mass is equal to what? 12 into 12 plus 22 into 1 plus 11 into 16. When you will solve this, you will get 342 gram. Okay. Then molar mass or molecular mass, you can say 342 gram. Avogadro's number we know, 6.022 into 10 to the power 23. Now apply the formula. W by m is equal to n by n naught. N you have to calculate, so n is equal to what? W by m into n naught. So W is 34.2, 342, 6.022 into 10 to the power 23. This will cancel out. What's the answer here? N is equal to 6.022 into 10 to the power 22 particles. That is 22 molecules of cane sugar. Okay, particles, that is molecules of cane sugar. In this way you are supposed to solve the numeric. I hope it's clear to everyone whatever we have discussed today. Okay, so the next time we'll start with the next new topic. Till then, thank you and have a nice day.